Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Evgenia. I'm the Newcomer Employment Hub trainer at IC Manitoba. And today I will walk you step by step on how to create your profile at the Newcomer Employment Hub. So let's get started. Before we start, please make sure that you have your most recent resume in PDF format. Now let's begin. I'm going to share my screen with you so it will be easier for you to follow the steps. First, let's go to the landing page of the Immigrant Center Manitoba Magnet Who Plus You. So what I would suggest you to do is have the landing page on one side and then have your resume on the other side of the screen. That would be much easier for you. Here we have a resume of a Jane Doe, and Jane Doe's objective is to work at a factory, production, or warehouse position. She has some experience as a production worker, as a purchasing manager assistant, and as a warehouse worker back in 2011, 2017. And we have a summary of her qualifications here. Now, let's fill in the initial form. First name, Jane. Last name, Doe. Email, for the email, just copy the email and paste it twice. Sorry, something's off. Then you have to come up with a password. Make sure it's at least 8 characters long, include at least one number, and both uppercase and lowercase letters. For your location, choose Winnipeg or the city you currently live in. And insert your postal code. Press Create an account. After that, a confirmation email will be sent to your email. Please make sure that you can check your email right away. It might take a minute or so for the email to come through. So you're going to receive an email from Magnet. Click on it. Go down and click Activate Account. After you have activated the account, close this page. Go back to the initial page of the Immigrant Center. Enter the email. Make sure it's correct. And your password. From here, press Login, and let's get started. Click Next twice. After that, you have to fill in your basic profile information. We've got the name and the last name, location, postal code, the languages spoken. Jane Doe is originally from Ukraine and she speaks Ukrainian, English, and Russian, so I'm going to choose all 3 of them. For countries of work eligibility, please choose Canada if you are looking for a job in Canada at the moment. Save and continue. A consent is required for the services operated by the Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce. I click I consent. Same thing for the Immigrant Center Manitoba. I consent. Now, this is the only time when you can upload your resume to the website so that the information from your resume would be read and included in your profile. In the further steps, I'll show you where you could add more of your resumes to your profile, but the information from them will not appear on your profile unless you choose to do so. So click Upload Your Resume. Now go to the resume, open, save and continue. Now we're looking at the education and work experience. It's not all of the education or all of the work experience. The system just asks you to tell about one of your experiences. If you have any prior work experience, please choose work experience record. If you have no prior work experience, please choose education record. Since Jane Doe has some work experience, we're going to go with work experience record. Job title, Purchasing Manager Assistant, Warehouse Worker. You can find it here. And here is where the person worked at. And that was a warehouse, a retail. So it's not a skilled trade, it's a function and organization. And that was Purchasing Manager Assistant. So now we need to look for the position function. It is a quite long list, so I would encourage you to look through the list and make sure you choose the correct position function. In case of Jane Doe, it's Purchasing Logistics and Inventory Management. Position focus area is because she used to work as a Purchasing Manager Assistant, so purchasing. And here you can add a few focus areas, so administration and inventory management. Save and continue. Now, the system asks you to fill in your job preferences. If you haven't had any prior work experience in Canada, for the job levels, we go with entry level or junior and mid-level. As soon as you have 3 to 4 months of work experience in Canada, you can delete the entry level or junior level and add senior level, for example. Remote work. If your English level is high enough, you can select hybrid work or remote only. Those two types of work require you to have a strong command in English. On-site work, that depends. You can choose all three of them. So for Jane Doe, we will choose on-site and hybrid job. What type of job are you looking for? Look at the job types offered here. Everything starting with apprenticeship and internship, permanent full-time, permanent part-time, temporary full-time. Jane Doe decided to go with permanent full-time, permanent part-time, and temporary full-time. Since it is going to be her first job in Canada, we chose temporary full-time and also temporary part-time to get the foot in the door. Job categories. So we are looking for factory, production, and warehouse position. Start typing what you're looking for. For example, warehouse. We've got a category in manufacturing, warehousing, and material handler. Choosing that one. Skilled trades, no skilled trades. Preferred location, Jane Doe decides to stay in Winnipeg. Here in the resume, you can see that Jane Doe holds a F5 driver license with an access to vehicle. So she can travel outside Winnipeg. 15 kilometers, here's your house based on your postal code, and 15 kilometers is approximately the radius of Winnipeg. So Jane Doe can travel for 20 kilometers, not 15. We add this location and save. Then there is a diversity self-declaration. There are 6 categories: Indigenous people, LGBTQ+, members of a visible minority, persons with disabilities, women, and newcomers to Canada. For our Jane Doe, we choose newcomers to Canada and women. Save and continue. Let's get started. So at this point, your profile looks like this. So we click this icon and go to my profile. At this point, this is how your profile looks like, and we are going to fill it in with more information so that the system could match you with the employers more efficiently. Also, if you'd like, you can add your photo over here and the background photo, but please keep that professional. To edit the profile, we click Edit Profile. First, we go with the personal information, and we can see that the phone number here is missing. It is not required, but I would suggest you to have your phone number here. Click Save. Now we go to Work Experience. Here we have the employer name, Textile. Here, Frankfurt, Germany. A production worker at a textile factory. So they were doing packing, washing, drying, laundry, stocking machines. The person operated various industrial machines. Industry. Let's try textile. Textile manufacturing. Job duties. Equipment operation. What about shipping? No, packing, sorting. Packing. You can choose as many job duties as you feel suitable for your exact job. Now for the job type. Jane Doe worked permanent full-time and received a monthly salary. Click Save. Next, position in an organization, employer name, you can find it here. It is a big retailing company. And Jane Doe used to work as a warehouse worker. Industry, retail. Retail operations. And her job duties. So here we've got, she has two positions at the same company, purchasing manager assistant and warehouse worker. Let's see, here we already have those, purchasing manager assistant, warehouse worker, purchasing manager assistant. So sometimes those jobs are duplicated. I would suggest you to remove the work experience. Good. Now we've got two. First one, warehouse worker. Second one, purchasing manager assistant. Job duties of a warehouse worker. Inventory management, daily operations. Job type, full-time, compensation type, salary. Save. Make sure you save every single part. So we did save everything here from the first job, textile. Then we save every single part of your work experience. If no changes were made, you will see this sign on the save. So here we add the job type, full-time, salary, save. Now let's go to education. In our Jane Doe's resume, we can see that she has a Bachelor of Science from the Ukrainian State University. And she has the education in chemical technology. So her degree is undergraduate. Subject areas, chemical technology. Next, school. Over here, we have Ukrainian State, but it was actually Ukrainian State University. So make sure that the name of your school or university is written correctly. Status, graduate. And the graduate date is in 2010. Click Save. After that, you can add extra certifications and licenses if you have any. Jane Doe was trained in work safety, but because I don't have any other information on where she had that training and what is the name of the organization where she had the award granted, I cannot fill in this just yet. So if you have any certifications or licenses, please fill them in here and write the organization name and the granted date. Now let's go to skills. Here we've got skills and qualities. Skills are the things you can do. Qualities is about your personality. So for example, if you're a team player, that's a quality. If you learn fast, that's a quality. If you can use Microsoft Office Suite, that's a skill. So look at the summary of the qualifications. You've got Microsoft Office, Internet, and email. Let's fill them into skills. So Microsoft Office. Let's try Internet. Nothing towards that. So internet, email. Good. Now we also see that she has a class F 5F driver's license. So we can add driving. Chemical technology. No such thing. Said chemical. Then perhaps warehouse. Warehousing logistics. She used to work as a purchasing manager assistant and a warehouse worker. Now let's go to the qualities. What can we see from the qualities? Strong problem solving and analytical skills, meets deadlines, punctual, friendly, hardworking, dependable, productive, learns new skills quickly, follows instructions, able to work safely, efficiently, and cooperatively as a supportive team member. So let's look at the list of the qualities. Unlike the list of skills, which is really, really, really long, and I would encourage every one of you to go through that list of skills and pinpoint every single skill that you have and that is relevant towards your job search. The list of qualities is not as big. So let's choose some of the qualities for Jane Doe. Productive, hardworking, punctual, good time management and teamwork. And she's reliable and resourceful, and she has good interpersonal skills. Also, she can learn and solve problems, and she's attentive to details. Good, we've got enough, but if you can add more to the skills or qualities of yours, please do so. After that, click Save. Once your profile is saved, have a look at it once again. Click on Profile, My Profile. Now you can see how your profile looks when it's filled in. At this point, you can close your resume and open the screen. Go to full screen. Please look over here. Can you see this waffle sign? Like a Rubik's Cube or a waffle sign? Please click on it. Jobs. Now, everything you see on your screen at the moment is your personal room. This is your personal cabinet that no one has access to. Let's start with My Files. Left bottom, My Files. Click on My Files. Here you already have one resume. I have a Jane Doe resume in PDF. Through Browse function, you can browse as many resumes and cover letters as you wish. Please make sure all of them are in PDF format. My Archive, they are all of your applications that have already passed their deadline appear. My Applications, everything, like every job posting that you apply for will show in this field with a posting status. If the posting status is green and says open, that means that the employer is still looking for an employee. If the posting status is red and says closed, that means one of two things: whether an employee was already found or the employer has simply stopped accepting new resumes and is looking at the resumes he has already received. Now, job invites. We have just filled in a long profile and we came up with job preferences, everything to help the system to match you with a potential employer. So when a potential employer gets a link to your profile, looks at your profile and decides that you would be a good candidate for their job, they send you a job invite. That doesn't mean that they are ready to give you the job right away, but they're inviting you to send them your resume. So over here under the title, you will see the title of the job that you were invited to. You can click on it and it will go and show you the link on where you can apply for that job please make sure you read the job description carefully. Now we go to the job search. There are 3 filters here that are also duplicated over here in the job boards. There are 3 internal job boards at the moment and 1 external job board indeed. If you want to look at the external job board, click over here. You will only be able to see the options, the job opportunities from Indeed. Once you click it off, you're able to see all the 3 internal job boards. For example, I kind of like this job, but at the moment I look through it, it's in Oak Bluff, Manitoba, so not really in Winnipeg, but not far away. I would really like to apply, however, I don't have enough time. In that case, I click the star and I add a bookmark for myself. Here, when you add a bookmark, you can also leave yourself a note. For example, telling yourself why you like this job or what should you prepare for this job. Perhaps you need to write a cover letter, or perhaps you have to make some changes to your resume. Once you write a note, click save, and this job opportunity will appear in your bookmarks. From here, when you click the bookmarks, there is a link sign that will send you to this job opening. Also, please pay attention to the application deadline. Once the application deadline is approaching and you haven't finished your cover letter, please do so and apply. Let's go back to the job search. There are a few different ways to look for jobs here. So one is through the system when the system sends you the job invites. The other one is manually by yourself. Choose the location. I choose Winnipeg. And for example, I would like to apply to this job. Now have a look at the screen. It says proceed to career page. That means you cannot apply directly through the Newcomer Employment Hub. You will have to go to the career page of the Winnipeg company, in this case, register there and apply through their own career page. Let's find another example of where you could, let's go here. Here you can see the blue button that says apply now. That means that this employer accepts applications from the Newcomer Employment Hub. So what happens when you click apply now? The system asks you to add a resume, add a cover letter, and also write an email. So to add the resume, click on plus, and then here is your resume, click select. Once you go back and upload your cover letter to your files, you will also be able to add a cover letter. If the employer asks for a resume, a cover letter, and an email subject, please do not dub the cover letter in the email. Instead, submit a resume, a cover letter, and write a short email about yourself stating that you're interested in this particular job opening. After you fill in after you upload the resume, the cover letter, and write the email subject and the email, this button, apply now, will turn blue. You can click on it and apply for the job you like. So, the basics. If you get a job, you find a job, you get a certificate or a course done, please don't forget to update your profile. Also, if you choose to move from Winnipeg to another city, please do not forget to update both your profile and the job preferences so that the job search through the system would be more accurate for you. I really hope that this small tutorial helps you to register at the Newcomer Employment Hub. And if you have any other questions, please ask your employment facilitator. Have a nice day.